on the evolution of sports talk television. All right, go ahead, put those headphones on, my friend. We've been waiting for you. We talked to your buddy there, Tristan Wirfs. Lavonte David, welcome to the evolution of sports talk television. Great to meet you. And let's just talk about it. Coming back for your 14th season, man. How does it feel to once again be a part of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2025? Welcome to the evolution.
Man, it feels great. I wouldn't want to be any other place. Tampa's been real good to me and my family, and I'm glad to give them another year.
Another year.
Yeah.
And I feel like, there's an excitement here, and there's also a lot of talk, and it's just not fans that talk on this show and Bucs Nation, the crew itself, but there's like a bad taste in everybody's mouth because they feel you guys feel like you should have did more in that losing to the Commanders in the first round. Is that what you sense? Is that what it is here? We hear Baker, we hear Tristan.
Yeah.
Is it a bad taste in your mouth?
It definitely is. Me personally, I've been talking about it a lot. Definitely a bad taste in our mouth. Definitely a game we felt like we should have won. Definitely a season we felt like we could have got to the Super Bowl with the team that we had. And then just adding the pieces to the unit that we have now, I think we could do it again. But man, we just gotta focus on us and take care of the little things, and not beat ourselves, and just handle what we need to handle, because we definitely are capable of going to the top.
When did you make the decision? Because we heard Todd Bowles say you were kind of trying to think about it. When did you know you were coming back? Because we watched you on film last year.
Yeah.
Got an opportunity to watch you from the press box. I represent the JP Peterson show along with the Sports Web, and you're still playing at an elite level, my friend. First, how do you do that? Is it a Tom Brady method? Is that Tom Brady method? Is that what you take it from there? How are you still playing at an elite level? And when did you make that decision that you were going to come back to the Bucs in 2025?
I would say just the glory of God, the grace of God, keeping me healthy throughout these years, and keeping my body upright, and keeping my mind focused and taking care of the little things that I need to take care of. And the second part of the question, when I decided, it's probably, let me see, when the season ended, January, I probably decided about right before free agency and stuff started.
Yeah.
That's when I decided, because me and the Bucs were very transparent, throughout the whole process. Soon as the season ended, they made it clear that they wanted me to come back. And from that right there, that had it on my mind, but then again, I had to, just sit down and just feel like how, kind of see how I feel body wise and how I am mentally, and, check in with my family and stuff like that. And, everybody else gave me the green light to say, might as well do it again. And, there was no doubt in my mind that I was coming back to Tampa, because, Jason and the staff, they wanted me back. So that was the extra push for my decision. You
talk about Jason Line. I think he's the best general manager in the game, in my opinion. What he's been able to do in the last 5 to 7 years, it's been amazing to keep the core talent here. Talk about the impact of Jason Line and how we always talk about also evolution. How this organization has gone from just being an afterthought to now being a place that people want to be. Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, Tristan Wirfs, Antoine Winfield Jr. Talk about that evolution a little bit.
Yeah, man, we came a long way as an organization. Came a long way, when Jason was a part of that turnaround. Those guys had a plan. They kind of revitalized things of who they wanted to come around, who they wanted to be in the building and stuff like that. And obviously, the big jump was adding Tom, obviously, but I feel like we had some of the guys already in the ability to make that change, but he was an added jump for us. And then going forward, man, just adding the guys who have that dog mentality, guys who want to win football games, guys who want to work, and keeping guys like me, Will Golston, Mike Evans, a lot of the older guys around to kind of build, continue to build that foundation of what we want as football players. You got Chris Godwin, everybody. You got guys who gonna go in and put in the work and give you 100% effort out there on Sundays.
You're talking about Tom Brady. Give us the perspective from Lavonte David. We heard about the Tom Brady effect. What's the Tom Brady effect in your perspective?
Yeah, just a mentality. It's just a mentality. You know what you're capable of, and you just know what to expect. You want to be great. You got to go out there and play like it. And when he came in, man, it's crazy to say, but like he raised everybody's level of play and changed everybody's mindset. And then ever since then, that's something that I kind of adapted to, and that's something that I tried to keep, and that's something that I want to sprinkle on the younger guys, and a lot of guys on our team now kind of got a chance to feel that too as well. So guys like Tristan his rookie year, and guys like Antoine Winfield, Jamel Dean. A lot of those guys got a chance to see how it feels. So we want to kind of like keep that same mentality and put it on the young guys who come up.
Go back to that 2020 year. How much did it mean to you? Because there were so many losing seasons with this Buccaneer organization. What did it mean to you to win the Super Bowl and win it in your own house?
Man, it was everything, man. It was everything. It's it's hard to describe, just everything throughout that whole process was just incredible. Just thinking back from, the dog days, being here to the 2-14 season, to the blowout games, and to the fans bashing us, things like that, man. All that, just came around full circle, and it just felt like a weight was lifted off me. And the thing that I really loved about all that was just, every single one of my teammates came up to me and told me like it was for me, and for them to do that and stuff like that, that was very incredible to feel, and for me to be the captain out there on the Super Bowl, that was an incredible feeling, man. I wouldn't change that moment for nothing.
We're on with Lavonte David, in my opinion, a future Hall of Famer for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm your host, Peter Blake, on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, here live from the Florida State Fairgrounds for the Expo here. You talked about the young guys, Sebastian Dennis. How excited are you about this kid? I think he's the X factor for this defense. Well, tell the fans and tell everybody out there how excited you are about Mr. Sebastian Dennis.
I'm very excited about Voss, man. You guys should be excited about him too. You've seen the stuff that he put on tape already, the times that he did get a chance to play. Unfortunately, he did have some injuries, but he's a motivated guy, a smart guy, and a playmaker. In our linebacker rooms, we call ourselves playmakers. We not just linebackers, we want to be playmakers, and he's one of those guys that can make plays for us. And he's definitely motivated and ready to go for the season. And we're gonna see how this thing goes.
You're gonna definitely see how this thing goes. Talk about Walker Jr. from Miami. You had some emphasis on this. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, my boy A-Walk, man. I knew A-Walk for a while. We kind of like grew up in the same crowd. One of his mentors is Sean Spence, one of my closest friends, and we kind of built the relationship from there. And since he's been drafted, we always stayed in touch, and we hang out back home. Just those Miami ties. And I know the Bucs was looking for a linebacker, and he was available. So I say gave him a little nudge. That's all I did. Gave him a little nudge. You got a guy who can play the game the right way, and a guy who could contribute to us defensively, and another veteran guy who can help us out tremendously, and he's one of those guys for sure. So, our room is kind of stacked. We got some guys who played, great football with Deion Jones, Anthony Walker, me, and then you got obviously Sebastian Dennis. You got AG, you got a couple of rookies in there who's looking really well from what I see. So definitely some playmaking to look forward to.
Absolutely, you're a soft-spoken guy. What's the recruiting pitch to Jason Light for Walker?
The recruiting pitch?
Yeah, what is it? What do you say? What do you say to Jason Light?
Honestly, what I say?
Yeah.
Hey, we got a guy who's from Miami, so what we talk, we know what we about. So you might well pick him up, So there you have it.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. We'll get you out of here because I know you got to run, but we appreciate the time here on the Evolution. What would it mean to surpass Derrick Brooks? Because he's considered by a lot of Bucs fans to be the greatest linebacker of all. I think you're 1B at this point. I think Hardy Nickerson's definitely in that conversation. Talk about it. What would it mean for you to surpass Derrick Brooks for tackles for that record for the Bucs?
Honestly, I can't even, I don't even know right now, because it's like it's been brought up to me obviously plenty of times, and it's possible, and it's hard for me to fathom. Just because how much Derrick mean to me playing a linebacker position, and then what he means to the organization, and then just me knowing him as a person, it's kind of hard to understand that it's possible to happen.
Yeah,
just because of what he done for the game of football, and what he done for the linebacker position for guys like myself. So it's kind of hard to think about it, but if that moment comes, it's probably gonna be tears in my eyes. Honestly. Yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, but it's definitely be an incredible moment for me for sure. And if it does happen, man, I hope he's there so we can celebrate together for sure.
Talk about Todd Bowles and the impact he's made on your career, your playing career, and what he makes on this defense, because it seems like there's a lot of disrespect. We heard a report today from Mike Florio saying Bill. I'm like, no, Todd Bowles, man. Believe in Todd Bowles and what he's been able to do here the last 4 years to win the NFC South. Why doesn't he get more respect? What kind of impact he's made on you, and why doesn't he get more respect?
I don't know, man. I don't know why he don't get a lot of respect. I remember when we won the Super Bowl, I made an emphasis to give him a shout out and give him his flowers because I know what he does. I know the work that he's put in. I know the position that he put us in to make plays. You know what I'm saying? And that whole playoff run, Coach Bowles won those games, so I don't know, why he don't get this respect or whatever. But maybe people just different. People don't like, I guess, his demeanor when he's on the sideline or whatever. But we see a whole different guy, in the meeting rooms, man, and everybody loves him. He's very a funny guy. Loves cracking jokes. Very a player's person. He's definitely a player's coach, and everybody loves him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why he don't get the credit that he deserves, man. But we definitely gonna put on for him this year.
You gave something away there. You said he was winning the playoff games. Go back to that a little bit. Kind of expound on that a little bit. Give me something.
Yeah, man. That little stretch that we had. Washington was a little hiccup or whatever, but we played the Saints and we played Green Bay.
Yeah.
And then in the Super Bowl, man, defense wins championships. We definitely got it done. Coach Bowles came in with great game plans and kind of like added to our mentality and we felt this energy when we was out there, you know what I'm saying? So we definitely did it for him that season.
I asked Devin Hester this a couple of years ago before the Super Bowl, the night before the Super Bowl, if he was a Hall of Famer. He said, what do you think? I'm going to ask you. Lavonte David, you're a Hall of Famer, and why are you a Hall of Famer?
Man, like you always say, man, I'm a humble guy, but, I just got to, get out of my comfort zone. I do feel like I'm a Hall of Fame player, even though the accolades don't show, but everything else does. Everything that what it takes to be a Hall of Fame player, I have that. Tackles, sacks, forced fumbles, tackles for loss, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, for what I do on the field, I feel like it's Hall of Fame worthy. But, I leave that up to the judges and stuff like that to, figure that stuff out. But nonetheless, man, I'm blessed to play this game. I'm very happy that I got a chance to play this game at a great organization. And every day, man, I give God the glory.
Love it. Lavonte David, thanks a lot for joining me here on The Evolution. I want you to do me one favor because we always say this on the sports web. You got to say, bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. You got to do it as loud as you are on the field. Gotcha. Not that soft-spoken guy. Come on, do it.
What is it?
Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense.
Bring your passion. Bring excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Winner, chicken dinner right there. Lavonte David, future Hall of Fame linebacker, in my opinion, of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Thanks a lot for your time here on The Evolution, all right?
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you, man. Oh, absolutely. We're looking forward to seeing what you're going to do, what you got in store with this defense, because I'll tell you right now, this guy right here, he's playing at the top level. Here's my card, too. Anytime you want to come on the show, let me know, all right? We'll get you on. Lavonte David right there, guys.